Hello, everybody. Welcome to your weekly angelic guidance with me, Belinda Bras-Nel. Every week, I channel for you the messages from the Archangels and the Angels. Last week, I celebrated my 48th birthday and thus also celebrating 18 years of doing this work, going from being an engineer towards going into psychicness and being an angelic medium, connecting with spirit and with nature. Those of you who know me knows that I also connect to animals and to anything that was created, because anything that was created has an energy vibration and has messages to give to us. And at this stage, all of those messages are so heightened, with people being in lockdown or with social distancing, people needing to stay inside their homes, in their gardens, and spirit is all around us. And it's so sad that so many people still don't see it and still don't feel it or connect to that. And I want to inspire you to look at the things that's happening around you, in your garden, with your animals, with yourself, and how you feel, to really connect to something greater than you, because it's the only thing that will help us through this time on earth. So again, I want to tell you, remember, as I said last week in my video, we chose to be here. That's the first thing that you need to be able to tell yourself. Your soul incarnated on earth to be here at this stage with all that is happening, and you've got a place here and you've got a role to play. And unless you get to know what that role is, you might have difficulty in going ahead with what is going to happen and all the changes that are going to happen. Archangel Michael woke me up this morning saying to me that we really need to surrender and trust, because great changes are going to happen this week and from there on. And it will be subtle changes, like we said last week, but it will also be big changes on earth. There will be so much coming from this situation with the coronavirus, so many changes, unplanned changes that we can't help, and we can't bring it back to what we thought of as normal. And this is why a lot of people are freaking out, because their sense of normality was upset and they don't know how to deal with being alone or being with themselves in their own space. And that to me is very strange, because for the last couple of years, all my clients will know that for the last couple of years, that was the only message that came through from the angels, was our preparation for this time. At this time, we are going through great changes on earth that started with the start of 2020. And if you look back to my messages and my videos of January 2020, you will notice that we've said that everything's going to be different. The old laws of nature don't apply anymore. You can't force anything, you can't plan anything anymore. And we have been prepared to surrender and trust on a new level. And that is a new law of nature. It is to surrender and trust. And it is sad that so many people still go into their fears and their worries of what is to happen, instead of trusting the greater plan. I see messages being sent out into the world about meditations to kill the coronavirus, to fight the coronavirus. And to me, it's actually a bit sad, because it is normal for nature to stabilize. It is normal for nature to bring back harmony. Where there is too many humans, too many animals to feed the humans on earth. And we need to take responsibility for what we've created on this planet. And to also address the fact that your soul might have chosen to be part of this, whether you are one that passes over due to the virus or whatever comes your way, or whether you are one that stands and that keeps being here to make the changes, to live through the changes, to create a new history on earth. So the card that I drew this week from my Archangel card deck is Archangel Folio. Archangel Folio says take action. And you might say, but I can't take action being in my own house, having to cope with what is. But it's an action of deciding what is important to you. It's an action to decide who you are and how you see life. This is something that I've also said to my clients for many years. We are in a stage where we are redefining everything that we believe about life. We had to make new definitions of what it is to be a man, a woman, a partner, a lover, a mother, a father, a child, everything. Your definition about success, about life, joy, happiness, illness, fear, everything had to be redefined. And if you did not commit to that, if you did not notice the inner journey, you have lots to catch up on. And this is why the pause button has been pushed and we've been offered time out to do this catching up. And of course, there's fears coming up. There's a lot of worries surrounding finances, jobs, what will happen out there to the world. But realize that we've chosen to be here to instigate the change. And like Archangel Michael told me, this has never been done on earth before, and there's no other way to do it than just being in the moment and be responsible for the choices that you make. On earth, we're moving away from the harsh reality of having to survive, to live in fear, to have to prove yourself constantly, to have to work harder. And we're moving to the more gentler, strong feminine energy of compassion and love. And that applies also to the self. Always the self first. And that's why we had to learn to put up boundaries in order to have more compassion for the self and thus more compassion for the world out there. We are not here to save anybody on the outside. We are here to be the change. And you need to realize how you are going to be that change. And as we stay within our own space, in our own homes, we are being allowed the time to get to know ourselves as eternal beings within a human body and to take responsibility as to how you're going to act and react in this time. Are you going to be the one that spreads the fear and the anguish, or are you going to be the one that believes in the most beautiful change that can happen on earth for thousands of years? We are here to rewrite the story. We are here on the front line to decide what is important and to live that in our daily lives with compassion and love. To stop the hate, to stop pointing the fingers, and to be who we are truly meant to be. And that's the taking the action you need to take within, to take responsibility for everything, the fear that you still dwell upon, the states of mind, the depression that you allow. How do you take responsibility to cope with your depression? What do you take on? Do you meditate? Do you exercise your body? Do you feed your body powerful, creative energy instead of living from the meat and everything that we create on earth that destroys? So many animals on this earth, so many plants and water going to feed the animals that we want to eat. It's time to take responsibility. And this is not a threat, it's not a judgment. It's just part of what we are going through. And you need to make that choice. The illness that you feel are so much connected to what you eat. And the only thing that can heal you is by changing what you put into your body on a physical level with food and also on an emotional and spiritual level. And the mental level as to what you believe for yourself, the other humans, the animals, and the planet that you live upon. And please know that this taking action doesn't mean that we are here to now go out and save. It is here to take that action, to be responsible for who you are within this world, to be the example. We are also ready to get to know higher truths, to be in this space of seclusion, being away from it all, the normality of it all. I know a lot of you are still continuing with your work at home, but we do have more time without having to drive around. I do love having time to plan meals, to cook, to clean, to do the little things that is important, the chopping wood and carrying water that we never had time for. It's like we are finally realizing what life is about again. So we are also ready to realize new truths, how what we've believed before, or what we've been told by reality and other humans aren't necessarily our truth or the cosmic truth of what is. And the earth has a will of her own. She's an entity of her own, and we are only visitors here. And we need to join into the harmony of what the earth is and who she is and who she wants to be in order to survive on this planet and to bring this beautiful change. I hope you do understand this message, and I hope you do understand that it's important to keep taking care of yourself. In this time of frustration, we find ourselves overeating or just doing unhealthy things to keep going. Please take responsibility. Please believe that there's a life after this and that you need to be ready and prepared and take good care of yourself, for only love will show us the way. I do hope that you experience a lot of blessings as well this week, and that you are able to carry the change into the future and be part of this beautiful time on earth. So much blessings to you, sending love and healing to everybody out there. Like I say, stop trying to fight anything, but send healing. Be the love, be the change, and all will be well. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you next week again. Remember, my online yoga sessions are available to everybody in the world via Zoom. And also, I do Skype readings, Zoom readings, WhatsApp call readings internationally. If you are interested, send me a message on angelmessages@telcomsa.net and allow the angels to guide you as to what your position is and what your role is in this beautiful time on earth. Be well. Bye.